Real people, real cases. This is Verdict Watch.
In my text messages, since I've lived there, he has said he has police officers in his pocket. He has a judge in his pocket. That is just where
let me see that. Let me see the text message you're referencing, please.
No, I will find it. I have 2 full boxes that I've printed out.
Okay, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the message that's.
I will have to find them, but.
Okay, I'll give you a moment. Go ahead. Then, ma'am, you should have brought to the court's attention that you wanted to report.
I did not know.
Stop.
I would
You
like
should
you
have
to
brought it-
recuse yourself,
you
but
should have
where you're
brought it-
acting to me.
Stop
I would like you
interrupting.
to recuse yourself. I'm putting that on the record.
Stop
I'm asking
interrupting
to
the
recuse
court.
yourself.
I'm asking you.
I have
I'm
a problem
telling.
with him knowing him. I
I'm
would like him
telling you
recused.
to stop interrupting the court.
I'm asking this to be brought into another judge.
I'm used to not being flattered.
She said that she's seen your picture as part of a swingers club.
I
While we
never
were
said
standing
that.
outside. I swear to God under oath, that's what she said.
I never once said that, Your Honor. Repeat what I said. I said I have text messages. He is in a swingers club, and that might be how you might know him, and that's might be how. Listen, this might be laughable, but I will admit what I said. I have no shame in what I said because I was upset because I feel like I'm losing the case.
So we are on record in the matter of William Branson versus Heather Collins, 2402269. And counsel?
Good
your
afternoon.
appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Highly Deborah, bringing behalf of Mr. Collins, Mr. Branson, who sits to my left.
Okay. And ma'am, your name, please.
Heather Collins.
Okay. So today is the date for the bench trial in this matter. And I see that there are other individuals here as well. So counsel, who else do you have with you?
This is my client's wife, Your Honor, who sits behind me.
Okay, will she be testifying?
Probably, yes.
Okay. And ma'am, who do you have with you?
I have Brian Loves. He's on my witness list.
Okay, so he may be testifying. So I'm going to have those individuals that are set to testify go to sit out in the lobby so that we have clean testimony when it's time for testimony.
Mr. Branson is also on my witness list.
I understand, but he's the list of plaintiffs, so he would remain.
Okay.
Actually, Your Honor, Ms. Branson is also a plaintiff in this case.
I'm only showing Mr. Branson, so let me
Maybe you're right, I'm wrong. My apologies.
let me just see here, because I'm only showing one plaintiff listed, so let me
She's
just
on
double
my
check.
witness list, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
She's on my witness list.
Okay,
It's our mistake with our heading numbers.
right,
So
so I'm only
then-
showing William Branson and
That's
Heather Collins.
correct. You're correct, no.
Okay. And so, counsel, when did you file your appearance?
I believe we filed our appearance and our exhibit list on January 31st, 2025, when we were retained.
Okay, so what is your P number again, counsel?
47354, and it's ALI.
DAGER, HER.
That's correct.
Yes, got it. I was just putting the check in the spot. Okay, so, I know I see your, it was the 28th, it shows it was filed. So, let me swear both your client in as well as Ms. Collins. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna see if we can do this a little bit less formally to see where we get. So, sir, please raise your right hand. Ma'am, thank you. Do you both solemnly swear from the testimony you're about to give in this matter to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now I'm recording from my device here, so I'm going to need all of your voices to stay up, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
So I wanted to state one thing is that my court officer informed me that he knows your client, counsel. I didn't inquire as to how he knows him, but I will say that I don't know I don't believe that affects my ability to be unbiased, but I wouldn't have placed that on the record in case anybody had any questions that they wanted to ask, or if they wanted this court to disqualify itself.
I do.
What?
If, I might want this to be brought down to Wayne County,
Well, it wouldn't be Wayne County, it would be another district court.
then yes, it might be. If it's not gonna be dismissed off of the motion to dismiss, then I do want it brought to a different court.
Okay, on what basis, ma'am?
I already know he's told me in the past that he has the judge in his pocket and the police officers in his pocket. I have a box of text messages saying that to me.
Okay, so let me just clarify one thing. Sir, do I know you?
No, ma'am.
He's been in front of you many of times, and I have
Hold on,
records to show that.
ma'am, hold
Yes.
on just one moment. You made an allegation, so I want to clarify that for the record, because I don't know that I know Mr. Branson.
Yes.
I thought she was pointing at me, Your Honor. I didn't realize she was pointing at Mr. Branson.
No, Mr. Branson.
Okay, so, sir, have you been in front of the court before?
No, ma'am. Well,
Have you been in front of this court before?
yes, I'm gonna say 20-some years ago.
So it would not have been in front of me.
No.
It was not in front of me.
Yeah,
When you were a member of the city council,
Was I a member of the city council?
you signed off papers on him to do side work, and he actually submitted that, and you were the one who signed off for him to do property work on his house.
Property work,
Yes, he actually submitted that in his own evidence.
that I signed off for him to do
Yes.
maintenance on his.
Yes, Your Honor. I have copies of the paperwork.
Okay, let me take a look at that paperwork, because, I mean, if I. And Mr. Branson, how do you know my court officer?
A longtime family friend from years ago. I haven't had any
I'm seeing
relation with
Santa
him for
right
at least
there.
15.
Okay, so you know who each other, you know who each one is, but you haven't had any communication in the last 15 years?
No, easy, yeah, no.
If you go to his filing that he submitted himself, okay,
ma'am.
I'm just saying.
Please stop, just one moment, okay? All right. Let me take a look at that, please. Okay, so ma'am, this is a zoning board of appeals and adjustment. I do not sit on this board. This is my husband who sits on this board.
Okay,
And I can 100% tell you that we do not discuss anything
okay,
that he does here. This is definitely not me.
okay,
I've never sat on a board, a zoning and appeals board.
okay.
And this is from 2009, so I can tell you 100% that whatever this would have been, I have no idea. And I will also state that member DeSanto abstained. There were two members one that abstained, one that was absent. So I don't know why he would have abstained. I have no idea, but I can tell you that I did not sign off on anything.
Your Honor, I'm just going off of what he used to tell me, and in the text messages I have, where he said I have the judge in my back pocket.
Okay,
Your Honor, again,
let me,
that's simply not true.
hold on, let me clarify something. Sir, do you know my husband?
Personally, no.
Okay. So, ma'am, I will tell you right now, I do not know Mr. Branson.
Okay,
And
yes, okay.
so do you have any issues with this court continuing?
Not at this moment.
Okay, well, I would say that, that if something different comes up and it's shown that somehow I know Mr. Branson or somehow, then perhaps we can revisit it, but moving on, but at this point, I find that I can be
Okay,
unbiased.
thank you.
And I don't know Mr. Branson, and Mr. Branson knows, my court officer, but they haven't had contact for at least 15 years.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So,
I appreciate that, Your Honor, for you being honest.
okay, so let me, and I will also say too, in smaller towns, right, you're gonna have that crossing and such, but, you know, as I learned in new judge school, that You know, and judges are elected to serve, and
You're,
they have to sit and reside in the community that they serve, and so sometimes there's going to be people that they know, so it all just has to be disclosed on the record.
may I just be frank a moment? I'm just scared because in my text messages, since I've lived there, he has said he has police officers in his pocket. He has a judge in his pocket. That is
Okay,
just where.
let me see the
I
text
have-
message you're referencing, please.
No, I will find it. I have 2 full boxes that I've printed out.
Okay, I'd like to see that, I'd like to see
It
the
will-
message that's.
I will have to find them, but.
Okay, I'll give you a moment, go ahead. Terry, can you pull
I
that?
don't know if it's in these. I can pull them up off my phone too. If it's not in the ones I printed off here, it might be in the ones that I gave you.
Okay, you said gave me, you mean
Yes.
in your filing that, the motion
Yeah,
that
I
you
didn't
filed?
print off the entire text chain, but the police also have them too. Because we found out he wasn't a police officer. That he's never been a police officer, that he's told me, but we could continue, that's not, neither here nor there, I
Actually,
accept.
no, Your Honor, she said she just represented under oath to the court. She made a statement, an affirmative statement about,
I just wish she
You
could.
can't, ma'am, you can't interrupt, okay,
Thank you.
just one moment.
at this point in time, Your Honor, she's sworn under oath, and you've asked her for those documents, now she's backing away from it.
Oh, no, no, we're not stopping, I need those, I wanna see.
Okay,
that
I'm
message.
trying to find them right now, I have stage 4 cancer and I had a surgery, Your Honor, I'm saying if I don't have them here, then they're on my phone.
Okay,
I would like
that's
time, and if I can't
I'm
find,
giving you some time right now to look for those.
I have over 1,000 pages here, I'm just
Okay,
saying,
then do you have your phone with you?
yes.
Okay, pull up your phone, and then on your text messages, when you pull it up.
May I
you can-
sit down a moment? while I do this?
Absolutely,
Thank
you can do a
Yes,
search,
Dr.
absolutely.
Thank you.
You can do a search for the name Pocket, or search for
I don't
the
know how
Pocket.
to do all that, ma'am. I have a 2010, I mean, an iPhone 10.
Actually, you can just go to your text messages, you can hit search, and you can just type in a word, and it'll pull up all the text messages that have that word in
The
it.
police are going through my phone because he has gotten into my phone, Your Honor. The police have, I have a police case against him right
Hold on,
now.
ma'am, yeah, right now I'm not worried about that, I wanna know what that says.
He's been editing my phone, Your Honor, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Ma'am, please just take a minute, or 2, or 5, and look for that, please.
I will. But I'm just saying, I also
I don't,
made a
no,
motion to
with
dismiss.
with no more commentary.
Your motion to dismiss doesn't mean anything.
I said no more commentary. I haven't gotten that far yet. You've made an allegation, and I want to see what that message is. And did you do a search?
I am looking right now. It won't let me do a search. So I have to look through the entire text feed.
Do you know what month it was that he stated that to you?
When I first moved in,
Which was when?
back in June.
Okay, so
That's
just
why
going
I-
back to June?
Yeah, that's why I've been terrified living there.
Okay, ma'am, I didn't ask for all that. I'm just asking if you went back to June.
Yes, I'm all the way at the beginning of the text feed. That's why I said we can move on, I'm fine.
No, ma'am, we're not moving on until I see that. Did you find it yet, ma'am?
No, ma'am, I'm still looking through all his comments he was sending me. Ma'am, Your Honor, it's honestly gonna be a moment.
Okay.
I might have misspoken, he might have said it to me. And he was telling me that he was a police officer and then turned to city work because it paid more. And honestly, I'm not trying to lie to this court. It was said to me.
You made an allegation, and it's on the record, and so I would like
It is on the
to.
record because it was
Ma'am,
said.
ma'am, I'm just gonna let you know right now, I'm not gonna have the continued interruptions. You made the comment on the record, the allegation on the record, so I want to address that on the record. That is what I'm saying. Because I can assure you that in the event anything like that was said, this court's not in the back pocket of anybody. I don't even know the plaintiff, as was already established. Okay, well, while you're still looking for that, I'm going to ask a few questions. Ma'am, you have been residing in the home since June, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And what is the monthly rental amount?
1,500.
And counsel, what is the triable issue that we have?
Your Honor, there is a trial issue. She's just admitted the amount of rent. What's left is in terms of what's owed. The last time any rent was paid, and we provided this court with a ledger, and I believe that amount is within the ledger. And it's my understanding that there was a partial payment of rent for November of $500 with a balance of $1,000. The December, January, February rent were not paid to my client. This court had ordered.
I'm sorry, November, December, January?
There was a $500 balance in November.
Oh, November, okay, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
$500 partial paid with a $1,000 balance in November.
That's
You said
correct.
December and January and February have not been paid?
Have not been paid, but I verified earlier today, per the court's order, she had made $5,500 deposit into the escrow.
Correct.
Notwithstanding that, Judge, there's also, as of January 30th, there's a gas bill which was paid by my client in the amount of $326.68.
Hold on, have you supplied Ms. Collins with a copy of the gas bill?
I believe, no, Your Honor, but we can print it, I apologize.
Well, okay.
It's
so-
something that just came up like the last day or two.
Okay,
He
well,
looked it up the last day or two.
hold on a moment.
Yeah.
If you filed an action, let me see here. The complaint alleges,
My client filed a charge quiet period, and the complaint does allege that the rent is what it is. And there's also, I know.
hold on, counsel, hold on,
Yes,
please.
ma'am.
It takes me a minute to get to it because I have to click on a bunch of buttons. So, it's showing that $2,500 a month was due as of December 30th.
That's right.
$625 in other fees, and those are late fees. Sir, how much are the late fees per month?
How much is it? No, Your Honor, these were not late fees, it's a mistake.
Counsel,
My
I'm
fault.
stating what's on the complaint. It says other money is due. $625 and it says late fees and due by December 1st of 2024. So what is the monthly late fee?
I did not do, I didn't do a monthly, in the lease it said $25 a day, not understanding that it couldn't do that and we're not worried about late fees.
Oh, yeah, no, this
Yeah, no.
one, absolutely not
I
all
missed,
that.
yeah, and I totally misread that, and that was my fault.
We withdraw the allegation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so $625 was not due.
Yeah, no, we were not expecting that. We weren't expecting that.
Okay.
Once I was told that, no, you can't do that.
Okay, so then the only thing that you were looking for was the rent that was not paid.
Correct.
And so,
And utilities.
And utilities.
well,
was,
hold on, that's not on the complaint. On the complaint, it says $625 and it says late fees. So, and you're withdrawing your late fees.
Correct.
Okay, so it doesn't have any other allegation in here other than the unpaid rent.
That's correct, Your Honor, we will withdraw the allegations regarding regarding the utilities charge. So the only thing we're seeking, in fact, are the rent, is the rent.
Okay. Now, December and 1,500, so it's 45, 5,500, so $5,500 is due and owing. And Ms. Collins has deposited $5,500 in escrow.
Correct.
So once your client gets that, rent's paid in full.
That's correct.
Okay, so Ms. Collins, you filed two motions. So I was actually asking those questions because I wanted to know, I wanted us all to be on the same page with what the issues are. So you filed a motion to dismiss and an amended motion to dismiss, and then you've also filed the motion to suppress the exhibit list. Now, I will note that this matter was scheduled for today, and that these show that these were filed on Wednesday. Well, one was filed January 31st, which was the motion to dismiss. The amended motion to dismiss was filed February 5th, and then the motion to suppress the exhibit list was filed February 6th. Those weren't filed timely to be heard today with the court because there needs to be proper notice, whether not only to the court, but also to Mr. Dagger.
Dagger. You got it right.
I'm sorry.
It goes both ways.
And so when you made the comment, ma'am, that your motion must not mean anything, that's not accurate. We can set it for a motion hearing later on, as far, it has to be filed at least 7 to 10 days prior to the hearing, depending on how it's being filed, okay? So, but it appears as though the rent has been paid in full, so what is the issue?
Your Honor, he doesn't have a certificate of compliance by law and Wyandotte law. He cannot collect rent there.
Okay?
I have been paid.
Hold on, just one moment. So before the court determines if it's going to release the escrow money to your client, do you have a valid certificate of occupancy, sir?
Currently, no.
No. Okay.
And the reason he doesn't have it, Your Honor, is because he's attempted to obtain it over the past few months.
Hold on, I'm gonna get to you, ma'am.
And went back and forth. In order for it to be scheduled, you've got to be able to specify time and date for the inspection to occur.
Okay,
She's refused to allow the inspections to occur, insisting through text message that no one can appear after 2 p.m. The city of, I believe that's what the text message says, I could be wrong. Nevertheless, she's been a hindrance to allowing it to happen. Notwithstanding that, Your Honor, this issue of certificate of occupancy has never been raised before until after the eviction has begun. And as such, it's sort of a moot issue. Notwithstanding that the law, unlike what she claims, does allow the rent to be collected. And it's a question of fact for the court whether or not the place is habitable. The issue of rent abatement is related to rent compatibility.
hold on, just a moment. I'm not necessarily talking about abatement.
Yes,
But I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, if somebody has a temporary C of O, they can collect rent. If they don't have a C of O, they cannot collect rent, is what I recall. Nevertheless, ma'am, has there been attempts, and this is a yes or a no answer, have there been attempts to schedule an inspection with the City of Wyandotte Building Department?
No.
Okay. Mr. Branson, and counsel, I'm not trying to cut you out of this, but
no, I'm glad you're doing it. You're doing a better job than I would.
Mr. Branson, do you have any communication from the City of Wyandotte that has attempted to schedule an inspection?
Verbally.
I do not need any comments, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm talking to you.
Sorry.
Verbally, I talked to Callie at the engineering office and basically she said, you have to give me a date so we can get you scheduled. That's what it was. And then I tried.
Hold on, a date for what? A date after all the repairs have been done?
No, a date to get the inspection done. She says, I need a date so, I can pay and give them a date and we can follow through.
Okay,
Knowing she had health issues and things, I tried to communicate with her starting back in December saying, when's a good time to get in?
okay.
Yes.
Pause on that.
Yeah.
Who has proof of those communications? I'm gonna guess you do, since you have 2 boxes of text messages, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to see the communication between you and Mr. Branson regarding scheduling for the
Your
inspection.
Honor, I have something better.
Hold on, first I wanna see those text messages.
He never went to the city back in December.
Yeah, first let me just see the text messages, please.
I can show you my phone.
No, you said you printed them off.
Yeah.
Okay,
I said if somebody was in my house, he could come over. He then never wanted to come over.
yeah, right now I just wanna see the text messages, please.
But it wasn't for the city, never once for the city.
Ma'am, please.
Your Honor, while she's researching it, may I add something about the law?
No,
Oh,
just
wait.
a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Man, these are out of order, the December ones are not.
Okay, is that on your phone?
Yes, I'm gonna pull them up. December 23rd, he
Okay,
said,
no, I'll take a look at your phone, please. You can show counsel, and then, counsel, I'm gonna look at that message there.
Your Honor, I'd like to see the before and after conversation.
Okay, well, first I want you to look at the December 23rd.
Mhm.
So, ma'am, if you can show Mr. Dagger the December 23rd message.
I do not want you touching my phone.
Counsel, you can just look at the phone.
Yes, I can't read it very well. Thank you.
This is from him.
This is from him, okay. Could I see the prior message, please?
This is from him on the 23rd.
Can I see the prior message?
This is from him on the okay.
No, stop. I'm not gonna have you arguing. I said right now, just the 23rd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then counsel, I'll review that, and then I'll move from there.
So this is your message to him, ma'am?
No, this is your message from your
So this is my client's message?
Yes.
Thank you. May I scroll up?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're showing me what you want to show me.
No, I'm not.
Counsel, listen, I'm telling both of you right now.
I'm
I saw-
showing
Right now, stop. Right now I said just show the 23rd, right there, that one message. And then I'm going to go from there, counsel. I'm very familiar with messages that are deleted, not deleted. There's things that go before and after. So right now I just want to look at the 23rd that she found, and then I will go from there. I don't need any more commentary. Counsel, did you look at the 23rd?
Your Honor.
I'm still showing him the ones on the 23rd.
No, just the one. How many are there?
Well, there's my responses back to what he sent me
Hold on.
about that message.
I read my client's response, Your Honor.
No, that's all. I'm sending him the one he sent me about the inspection.
Okay, that's what I want to see.
Response.
Let me see the 23rd.
And then I was gonna show my response
After
to
that,
this.
after I look at this one, then you can show the response.
And that's the first time he ever brought up an
I don't need
inspection
any
to
more
me.
talking right now, please. Okay, so on December 23rd, there is a message that reads, good morning, it's at 11:17 a.m. Good morning, due to a scheduling issue, we are postponing the filter change at 18:30, which I'm presuming that means at
6:30.
6:30 p.m. On December 23rd, 24. We will change the filters during the city inspection that is scheduled for January. Time will be determined by the city, business hours is in parentheses. There will be 4 inspectors plus myself and must have access to all rooms and storage spaces, i.e. closets and pantries. We are sorry for the inconvenience and have a happy holidays. Now, I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to read the message right before that, which that's in green, so that is from Ms. Collins. Obviously, there would be a penalty because you're not willing to give me my security, so don't act like you're trying to be someone nice when you're not. Why are you bringing an officer into this when I told you I'm going to be having someone here? So stop it now. If you want to fight with someone, continue it with your wife. Leave me alone today. Prior to that is from your client. There's a matter of 4 messages. We won't be coming into the office get here, and then next one, officer with an asterisk. I'll be testing the locks to ensure they work properly. I don't understand, this is such a horrible environment, why you wouldn't want to leave, especially with the accusations you've made. We are willing to break your lease, no penalty. Prior to that one, this is from Ms. Collins. No offer needed, I have someone coming. I'm not resending a list I sent a million times, as I stated before. You said you saved all your messages, re-look through them. I'm not playing your games, I'm not sending another text message to you. I need to save my strength. I'm not sending another text message to you again. I will see you on Monday at 6:30. Goodbye. Do not come a second earlier. I will call the cops breaking in. Really? And it comes
to whatever he wants.
Stop. And it's 6:30 p.m. to be clear, because we both know how you twist things. Do not use key. I will open door or I will change locks. Prior to that, and that was in response to the message from your client. Actually, I'm going to go 2 back. I'm going to go a few back. This is all still. Okay, starting December 21st. Good morning. Is there any this is from your client, counsel. Is there any possible way we can meet in a mutual agreement that we can get into the house and change the furnace filter? Start up the humidifier on the furnace. Change washing machine discharge filter and check the GFI the kitchen. No arguments. We don't even need to have a conversation. I just need to make sure everything is operating properly so you don't have a breakdown when it gets colder. It's an older home and there's no insulation in key walls. Kate and I will be coming in together so we can get out of your hair faster. I would like to do it either tomorrow or Monday evening after 4. Also, has the bathroom sink filter been cleaned? And Ms. Collins responds, it won't be until after 6:30 on Monday when I have someone with me. And the bathroom breaker needs to be fixed as well. If you're not willing to fix everything, then don't fix anything, clean and simple. There's more than just a problem on your list that needs to be done. And Mr. Branson responds, we will be there 6:30 on Monday. Thank you. I'll bring a GFI to replace if needed. And Ms. Collins responds, I said, only if I find someone to be here with me. Please don't misread that. No, ma'am, you said when you have someone with you. Let me clarify. You said when you have something, that's in your message. And then Mr. Branson says, please read your lease. Thank you. And then Ms. Collins says, I will not be alone on this place with either one of you. I don't care. I feel unsafe and my life is more important. Facts. Mr. Branson responds, them, you are refusing, correct? I'm giving you 48 hours notice for the record. Ms. Collins responds, I have you on tape saying you don't care if I feel unsafe. Conversation done. You are not allowed in unless someone is in here with me, so no, do not come in. To which your client responds, then have someone there with you. This is your written 48-hour notice. Ms. Collins responds, no, in all caps. Mr. Branson responds, thank you. Ms. Collins says, call the cops, I don't care anymore, in all caps. Mr. Branson says, all I needed. Ms. Collins says, I will put my safety before you, plain and simple. I feel unsafe around you. I feel in danger around you. The words I have on tape that you said that came out of your mouth is all I need. Okay, and then there's some allegations that I'm not going to read into the record because I don't know what basis that is or not. And then Mr. Branson states 6:30 Monday to get combinations done. Ms. Collins says, plus some of the stuff I paid ready to get fixed because you refuse to fix them that I've asked for months. Mr. Branson says, send me proof in a bill. Ms. Collins says, I will have every door locked. You will not be coming in at 6:30. Mr. Branson responds, I have keys. Ms. Collins states, just like you not sending me proof of bills, I don't need to send you anything. I will be seeing you in court. This will be my last message to you. Mr. Branson says, by law you do. I will be there with my key at 6:30. Just so you know, in your safety, I requested a civil standby with line out police at 6:30 on Monday. An officer will witness everything. Please tell me a list of everything needed to be addressed and repaired so we can inspect and address. Also, bills for said repairs so we can inspect and address. Thank you. And then that's when the message that she said she's not resending this a million times that she sent that. So what I haven't seen here, well, I see that Mr. Branson stated that he
I put one in, a blank.
was going to do the inspection in January. Then on December 30th, Mr. Branson says, good afternoon, we have not been in the 22-23 premises, the 2223 premises, nor changed any of your filters, which are now way past scheduled maintenance time periods. If said proof was the filter you pulled out of the trash this morning, that is the filter for my furnace and humidifier. I change all filters at the same interval since both furnaces were installed at the same time. Since you are refusing us access to change the filters, we will be doing it in January during the city inspection. Have a safe and happy new year. Okay, so did you have an inspection scheduled for January, sir?
No, because I couldn't.
No, so it's no.
No.
Wow, so you're watching my every move. This is from Miss Collins. Why should you watch everything I do? That is beyond so creepy. I purposely only throw all my trash on Mondays ever since you told me you go through my trash way back the first month I moved in. Do you go through your trash?
The trash goes into a community bin and I put the trash out. So all of our trash goes into
Okay.
one bin.
Yeah, I was asking Mr. Branson. I saw the filter in there and yes, I went down and I looked at my filter and I have a brand new filter in my furnace, brand new filter in my furnace. I'm gonna repeat it, brand new filter in my furnace, and that is beyond creepy that you watch me when I go outside. Stop, let me live. Okay, the property, do you all live on the same property?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a duplex, Your Honor.
Okay,
He lives in 2221,
One.
and she lives in 2223, right next door. It's a duplex with first floor and second floor in each unit,
okay,
with a common basement.
okay. And so ma'am, you've been residing there since June, correct?
Yes.
And so if you're having all these issues, ma'am, why do you want to stay there?
I don't. I've been wanting to move. I've been trying to move. They won't give me my security deposit back. Back in November, they told me they were gonna raise my rent $400 a week. I have text
Ma'am.
messages.
Ma'am, what steps have you made to locate another place to live?
I have been looking and searching. I could show messages of every single property I've gone to look at. But without money, because I have to pay rent here or not put it into the court. And they will not, I've asked for my security deposit back. They have offered for me to get out of my lease, but they say, we won't give you your security deposit back. Because that's me breaking my lease.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes,
I happen to have been the attorney that evicted her from the last.
I'm sorry?
I happen
You
to be.
cannot bring that in,
Ma'am.
because I won that case. I won that case.
Ma'am, stop interrupting.
Sorry, Your Honor.
But you're not sorry because you keep doing it.
Sorry.
Stop.
I was going to address the issue of money. I happen to have been the attorney that evicted her from the last location
Where was that?
in Dearborn. It happened to have been, she went from Dearborn to here. She,
Stop right now. I will get to you, ma'am. Stop the antics.
we allowed the case to be dismissed because she apparently left and left us with about $11,000 bill.
No.
We haven't chased her, we haven't done anything to her, because frankly, my client didn't want anything to do with it, but the point of my telling you this is that indeed, the allegation of having money has been raised over and over again before.
Right.
And as you know, Judge, if she leaves, right, he's obligated after a certain period of time to return the money. Otherwise, she can sue for double and treble damages. So what she's alleging simply doesn't make any sense. And as you can see through the text messaging, in fact, offer to say, leave and we'll terminate the lease. And in that, when the lease is terminated, an inspection is done. And at that point, whatever the balance is, we'll go back. Now, keep in mind that you didn't order anything to be deposited into the account until the last hearing, which was at the end of January, correct? And so that money was readily available for her to have left in December. So that,
I'm not following that, counsel, because I ordered an escrow order.
you did, and
And
she
she's
came up
been
with the money.
paying, and she's been paying in the escrow order.
That's right, but you can see in the prior text messages you read, it showed that in fact, they had offered to terminate the lease in December. And they told her, if you don't want this, stay go. Had they terminated the lease in December, they would have gone through the process of giving her whatever the security deposit is under the law, right? And in fact, her allegation now that she has no money didn't make any sense because as soon as you ordered the escrow to be put in, to be set up, it was set up and all of a sudden the money's there. So I'm just pointing out the inconsistency in her statement.
I don't find that's really an inconsistency in the statement. Your client or Miss Collins, found a way, I don't know, and in any event, the money was deposited per the court order.
Correct.
Because otherwise she would have been in violation of court order. What is the security deposit amount?
$2,000.
Okay,
It was higher than that, Your Honor.
what was the security deposit amount then, ma'am?
The lease agreements speaks to it.
I understand, she's claiming that it's a higher amount, so I'm just trying to figure
I
out what
believe
it
it's
is.
a higher amount, I'm trying to pull it up right now. It was a month and a half. It was $2,225.
Okay, is that what was deposited?
I'm trying to locate her actual check.
Okay.
So I have that check.
Thank you.
Oh, Your Honor, may I make a point?
Not yet.
Oh, you got it? May we approach him?
Just one moment, I'm just moving,
I'm gonna
the
ask the court
jail
officer
and
to please show.
the attorney into a breakout room. And then he's gonna. Okay, so I'll take a look at, the check that he has, please.
Can I show it to her first, sir? You mind handing it to her? sir?
Well, you're gonna give it to the officer,
I am.
and then my officer's gonna show her.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, is this your check
Yes.
that you paid for the security deposit? Yes or no?
Yes, I guess I was wrong, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, $1,500 check and then a $2,000 check.
The 1,500 was the first one.
Counsel, yes.
Which
I see
I'm
that.
disputing the first month.
Just one moment, ma'am. On May 25th, you deposited a check. It looks as though it says deposit for YNET, so that's security deposit, $2,000. On May 25th, you also made a payment. It says rent first month, June, $1,500. So what is it you're disputing about the first month?
He had me paid to move in for June 1st, yet I wasn't allowed to move in until June 16th. Because supposedly they're gonna redo the kitchen. And I have, if you look at my phone, I have plenty of text messages where then finally in October, while in the hospital, they say, we really weren't gonna redo your kitchen. They baited and switched me to move in there.
Well, in the hospital?
Yes, I ended up.
They came to the hospital?
I ended up in the hospital for a month and a half because the basement was full of black mold, which they knew from the 2 pages from 2019 that that place cannot be lived in.
What do you say, she can have that back, please, thank you. What are you stating from 2019?
The
What-
city of Wyandotte said that that basement has a big crack in it and that it's contaminated with mold and it had to be fixed. They still, knowing I have stage 4 cancer, allowed me to move in there. Also with lupus. Within 2.5 months of moving in there, I got put into U of M hospital and I was in there for 2 months. They knew I was in there. I now have a rare disease that doesn't hold vitamins in my body and have lost over 20 pounds since I've lived in that house. And they know this. And now that I've got the copy of in 2019, the 2 pages, which also is most of the stuff I've complained about that needed to be fixed since I've lived in that house. My doctors in U of M are testing my body compared to the samples we took from the basement to see if that's what's causing my body to do a complete shutdown. Because I ended up losing my sight, which I have messages to them because they were asking me to leave in October.
Hold on. So.
While in the hospital, they asked me to
You
move
lost your
out. I lost my sight for 2 weeks while in the hospital
Okay,
because of the place I live in.
all right. So I think it's evident that Ms. Collins is going to be moving out. So, counsel, at this point, where do we go with whether or not your client's going to agree to return her security deposit, and then she's going to move out. And then, we can indicate that'd be by February 28th. So that's.
I might need longer, because I gotta find a place. I have stage 4 cancer, which I just had surgery.
Ma'am, you said that you found a lot of places, but you don't have the money. So
Right.
if you're getting your security
Yes.
deposit back, you have the money to pay for a security deposit,
Right,
correct?
my next question would be,
Is that correct?
yes, if I get it back before that, yes, the 28th, yes.
Okay,
Your Honor, we don't have a problem with giving the security deposit back. We would love for her to leave. That's not an issue at all. The only issue is we want to ensure that the damages, if any, okay, we would be allowed, if we were incurred the cost, to take it out of the security deposit, like we're allowed under the lease and we're allowed under the law. But the compromise here, we're willing to give $1,000 to her of that security deposit immediately to encourage her to leave. That's not a problem. And we would hold back $1,000. And then once she leaves and there's nothing wrong, if she gives us a forwarding address like was required by the law, we'd be more than happy to give it to her.
okay, I think that's a reasonable resolution, ma'am.
Your Honor, they do not have a legal lease. Here in 2021, they signed an affidavit with the city of Wyandotte that they legally will not rent the property, or he will be served 90 days in jail.
You know,
Let me take a look at that, please. Yes, can you show council, please, Mr. Two?
He signed that with the city of Wyandotte.
Judge, there's an answer for you.
Hold on,
We acknowledge the
hold
affidavit.
on, let me review this, please.
I'm not living with a legal,
Ma'am, please stop, just one moment. Okay, this is an affidavit of non-rental unit. It's property address at 2223, okay, and you're 2221. Okay, so council, after this, was there something that was put forth that, your client does have a valid C of O for it to be a rental property?
What happened, Your Honor, is that when my client signed that, my client was actually living in that home while renovating the 2221. So when he signed it, that in fact is true. And then my client moved when he completed the renovation and began, am I wrong on this? We began a renovation of 2223 as well.
Correct.
And that's how this affidavit came into being.
Okay. So is there a subsequent affidavit from 2022? When
No,
did you start renting it out again?
She's the first tenant.
Okay, ma'am, you're saying, So I'm guessing that means no. So who was the tenant before you?
I got mail from, and there's a text message I can show you where mail was delivered in my mailbox from the tenant before me, and they said, oh, just put that in our mailbox because we'll forward it to them.
Who was the tenant before you?
I don't know the name, but I had gotten the mail because they told me, oh, the tenant had 2 children, she was a stay-at-home
Yeah, but
mom.
that doesn't tell me, that doesn't
I don't
say,
know the name of the
Yeah.
tenant.
that doesn't say what year they lived
Oh,
there.
they lived there right before me is what I was told when I moved in.
Who told you that?
Mr. Branson and his wife.
that's a false statement, Your Honor. Mr. Branson, why don't you tell the truth? You can hear it directly from him.
But he also made.
Hold on, no, hold on.
We lived in the 2223. My parents previously owned the home. We lived in 2223. My sister lived in 2221. We then started renovations, which also, as you see from the Santo issue, we had gone in front of the city to make all kinds of things in front of the zoning board to lengthen the driveway and do other things. That's why the renovations were done. Because we still lived in 2223 and 2221, basically, they just took it off the rolls because we were inhabiting both sides, if you will. No rent was being collected, nothing was happening. We get mail from people still. I just got a voter registration card from Miss Becky Andler, who lived there in 84. I have that card sitting on mine. Yes, Wyandotte sent a photo record for Mrs. Becky Andler. We get mail all the time. My sister still gets mail, and she's been out of there from, I can tell you how many. She lives on Roseal.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
After you renovated the 2221
Yes,
and you moved out of the 2223,
correct.
then you were renovating 2223.
we were doing the updates and things like that.
Okay.
Yes, we did a
So
background.
after you were finished with that, what year was that?
That was probably around November of last year, and then the house.
23?
Yes.
Okay, so did you rent that out to anybody prior to Ms. Collins
No,
after you finished with the upgrades?
no.
Okay,
You know, it just was almost like a storage thing, because we don't have a garage. The city has made it difficult to put a garage for a divisional reason, because we tore down the house on the corner of Second and Cedar. And there's no possible placement for a garage. So what I did is I took all the tools and hardware and everything, and it was just stored in the living room, and I used it like a storage place, is what I did.
Okay.
Because it's connected, you know, to our house. It was essentially storage.
okay. So. And you haven't been in the property since June?
When you say, you mean living there?
No, have you been, I'm sorry, I was not clear. Have you been inside of 2223 since Ms. Collins moved in?
Oh, no, no. Well, without her knowledge, no.
Okay. When is the last time that you were in the unit with her knowledge?
When she was in the hospital, she sent us a text that someone was moving through her house. I have that in text message.
Somebody was moving through her house?
Yeah, she said someone was on the camera, so I said, would you like me to go check? She was in the hospital. So I went into the house, said, nothing's been arranged, nothing's been moved, everything looks fine, and that was the actual last time.
Okay, so when you were there, sir, did you notice if there was any damage to the property or anything of that nature that would be of significant expense after she moves out?
No, because I didn't really look. I was looking for a person, I wasn't.
Okay, but nothing jumped out?
Yeah, nothing jumped out.
Okay.
Your Honor.
If I may, Judge, may I supplement what he said? He called me yesterday, Mr. Branson called me yesterday and said that the front door apparently was broken because the door, what's it called?
Door closer.
The door closer wasn't working, so he did yesterday go in and repair the front door and repair the door closer so the door locked, because it was flipping into it.
Okay.
He actually was in my house December 1st. I have it on videotape. You have the phone in your hand?
No, we had to give the phone back to you.
Oh. Okay. I actually had the whole video of him and his wife in my house on December 1st. So, I mean, you'd like to see
Were
that.
you
So.
home on December 1st?
Yeah, he was shouting at me and told me I should feel unsafe and he'll come in whenever he wants, when I'm not there or when I'm there. I had it on tape, December 1st, so he just lied under oath on that. But you can see the videotape if
With
you
all due
like.
respect, Your Honor, the only person that's lied under oath is.
Would you like to see the tape? Would you like to see the tape that he just did lie under oath to, that he was in my house on December
Well,
1st?
I think that I had asked, was there a time that, or when was the last time you were in there with her present?
Yeah, I was present on December 1st.
Yeah. And he talked about the time that you were in the hospital. We haven't really finished the rest of everything.
Yeah.
So, the reason I asked that is because I wanted to see if there was any way that your client was able to ascertain if there were any significant damages that would cost, obviously a significant amount of money upon Ms. Collins relocating. That's why I was asking that question, Dan. So that was the sole purpose of this court asking that question.
My client is so tired of this, Your Honor, that's the reason we made the offer of giving her half, just being blind about it. We just want her out.
So ma'am, that seems as though that's a reasonable resolution.
No, Your Honor, I'm asking for all my money back because of this is an invalid lease, because also I have two, the
Okay,
reason.
show me the law that says that it's an invalid lease.
I already submitted that with one of my things saying in the city of Wyandotte, you cannot have a rental property and collect any money. And that's included in my amended motion, where I gave that to you. But here he has with the city of Wyandotte, the reason why he does not want to get an updated one is he has 2 pages of violations that he occurred with the city on my property.
Have you rectified all of the issues that were listed? I don't even see all that, ma'am.
2 pages.
I don't know what the 2 pages of, I
They
haven't
gave
had
him
a
a copy on January 7th, a recopy, they
Your Honor,
mailed
if I
him a
may.
new.
Hold
copy of
on.
it.
First of all, when one is talking, ma'am, you can't interrupt. Okay, and counsel, you can't interrupt when 2 people are talking, because then we have an even worse record. But, what is it, let me see what that is, please, that you're looking at.
They also sent him another copy on January 7th of the 2
I
pages.
saw that. Your Honor, first of all, I
He knows.
object to the document because it's clearly hearsay.
I'm just looking to see what it is.
Yes.
On January 7th. Okay. So, sir, did you receive a letter from the city of Wyandotte regarding a communication from the Department of Engineering and Building?
Yes,
Okay. So that seems to be the 2 pages that she's referencing. Well, hold on. She's referencing, okay, so I'm going to presume that, is that when did you contact the engineering department to schedule the January date?
I've been in contact since December.
Put your hand down.
With Kelly from engineering, and I knew what it was is once we were out of there and I rented, it was like, I had made a phone call over there and said, do I need a certificate of occupancy? They said, there was a miscommunication, and she goes, no, you're 2223 and the 2221, and they got them crossed over, and she goes, no, you don't need a CFO. Well, later I learned, oh, you do. So I immediately started contacting. They said, well,
Okay, so my question is, there's a whole bunch of stuff for 2223 on here. Have you made those changes?
I don't know what inspection is, because it has had previous inspections.
Right, it has been from 2019. Here's what I have to do right now. Right now I have to, for safety purposes, I have to handle this in custody right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order that you all go out into the lobby. And ma'am, let me just tell you where I'm heading with this. That you've indicated you want to relocate. Mr. Branson has offered to guarantee, stop telling me, has offered to guarantee at least $1,000 back on your security deposit. And the balance of that upon your relocation is presuming that there isn't any significant damage, okay? So that is what is being offered at this point.
I want my 5,000 as in with the court.
And I want the winning lottery numbers, but I don't have that either.
He doesn't
So
have a
ma'am,
legal right to that.
Ma'am, just one moment. So I want you to go out in the lobby, you can leave your stuff right there, and I want you to process that and think about it, because right now I don't know that I'm refunding your $5,000, because I don't know that I have all the information. So I want you to process that while I handle this in custody. And there will not be any arguing out there in the lobby.
You want us to leave as well, Your Honor?
Whatever you choose to do, I have to do this in custody here. You can sit here, you just can't talk, okay? And if you go out in the lobby, you can't talk to anybody.
Can I go get some water, Judge?
You certainly may. Okay, we'll go off the record on this matter. Now you tell me when you're ready. Okay,
For the record, Judge, I believe she's been recording this hearing. I just heard the recorder go off.
we're not on the record, but now we're going back on the
It's not.
record. Hold on, just one moment. Hold on, just one moment.
I
Hold
just
on.
overheard.
Both of you, please approach. We are back on the record in the matter of Branson versus Collins.
I just overheard a recording being turned off by a client.
Ma'am, have you been recording these proceedings?
I didn't know I was not allowed to. I have stage 4 cancer and do not remember everything. I need to do stuff so I remember and
Ma'am,
downgrade everything.
there's a,
I didn't know I'm not allowed to.
For the record, she has at least 3 phones on her. Your Honor.
No, I do not have 3 phones
sorry.
for the record.
2 phones, my apologies, 2 phones.
ma'am, you are not to record court proceedings. There are transcripts that you can order if you have a question.
Your Honor, I didn't know this. I record everything like my doctor's visits, everything, because in my mind, I have cancer brain. I don't remember
Okay, stop
everything.
right now. You're gonna leave both of your phones in here, turn them both off, completely off.
I did not know this. I record everything because I have cancer.
Then ma'am, you should have brought to the court's attention that you wanted to record.
I did not know.
Stop,
I would
You
like
should have
you
brought
to
it-
recuse yourself
you
by
should
the
have
way you're
brought it-
acting to me.
stop
I would like you
interrupting,
to recuse yourself. I'm putting that on the record.
stop
I'm asking
interrupting
you to
the
recuse
court.
yourself.
I'm asking you,
I have
I'm
a problem
telling,
with him knowing him. I
I'm
would like him
telling you to
recused.
stop interrupting the court.
I'm asking this to be brought into another judge
On what basis, ma'am?
because he knows him. I have a problem with it.
No, you already said you didn't have a
I
problem
did
with that.
not.
You sure did. You said you had no
I'm
problem.
appealing this by the way you are acting right now.
Ma'am, the court is not acting anyway,
Yes.
other than in reaction to you.
Usurpation and you're
Excuse
taking
me.
my humane rights away.
Excuse me, the only thing this court is doing is acting in complete
I would like
shock.
to know
that
for the
you're-
court that you're raising your voice at
Stop
me.
interrupting the court. The incredulous behavior that you've exhibited by recording these.
Do not dare say that to me.
You are interrupting me once again. You have been interrupting throughout these entire proceedings, whether it's been verbal, nonverbal, or with raising your hand and making gestures. Now, the fact that you have been recording these proceedings improperly is extremely problematic, ma'am. Extremely problematic. Are those phones completely off?
Yes, they are.
Please show them to my court officer.
He could keep them if you'd like to. Until the court is over.
They're off. Okay, very good. Reason, sir?
Your Honor, she just gave me the finger. I'm looking at the screen.
Hold on, right now, don't interrupt my record. Do not interrupt the record right now. Both of you, please stop.
Apologize.
Stop, you're interrupting my record. Stop.
Forgive me, Judge. I've never, that's never happened in court.
Please stop.
Didn't do anything.
Stop, both of you.
Oh, God.
Didn't do anything.
Okay, you know what, both of you, out into the lobby, please, right now. Both of you in the lobby because you're destroying the record here.
I don't
want to be
have any rights to you. I just need to be able to defend myself and bring up the right matters that matter.
Thank you.
And show why this is illegal.
Your Honor, I apologize for.
Hold on, please, hold on.
Show him you lose it.
Please stop talking. Okay, so we are back on the record in the matter of William Branson and Heather Collins, 240-2269. So, two things. One, I'm going to address the recording in just one moment. However, counsel alleged while I was on the record in another matter that Miss Collins flipped him off, gave him the middle finger. Ma'am, I'm going to ask you one time. Did you do that
Yes,
to Mr. Dagger?
yes.
Why?
Because I can't deal with his lies. He lies. He lies to what happened in
Ma'am.
Dearborn.
Ma'am, I was on the record in another matter.
I apologize to your court. I
Please
shouldn't
stop.
have done it.
Please stop interrupting the court. I think I've run out of fingers how many times I've said that to you. I was on the record in another matter. Nothing was even being handled in your matter. You were sitting there and you just flipped off the attorney. So when I indicated previously that your behavior was incredulous today, that goes right in there to support that. Now, as it relates to the recording, Michigan Court Rule 8.115, sub 3, photography and audio or video recording, broadcasting, or live streaming. That's the title of that. Except for requests for film or electronic media coverage of court proceedings as permitted under Administrative Order Number 1989-1, the following restrictions apply to photography, audio recording, video recording, broadcasting, or live streaming in a courthouse. A, in a courtroom. In a courtroom, no one may use a portable electronic device to take photographs or for audio or video recording, broadcasting, or live streaming unless that use is specifically allowed by the judge presiding over that courtroom. The court did not give you permission for that because you did not ask. You did not ask. Paragraph 7, violations of this rule. If these rules are violated, the presiding judge may confiscate the device for the remainder of the day or order that the phone be turned off and put away. Violations of this rule are punishable by appropriate sanctions up to and including contempt of court as determined in the discretion of the court. Well, I can confiscate the device, but we're already at the end of the day. I ordered you to turn off the phone. It's still off on the table there. The court is going to find you in contempt of court for that very, very blatant violation, and the court is going to assess sanctions. Now, you've had an opportunity, ma'am, to process the offer that's been put forth by Mr. Branson, correct?
Am I allowed to speak, Your Honor?
Yes or no? You've had time to process that.
Yes.
And are you going to accept that offer at this time? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
I'd like to continue to
So
live there then.
here's what, I'm sorry?
If you're gonna make me pay my rent then I'm gonna live there till the end of my lease, because this is not a legal lease.
You don't want to live there, you've stated, and now you say that you're going to live there until the end of your lease because it's not a legal lease.
You won't let me defend myself. This is supposed to be a hearing where I'm allowed to defend myself, ask witnesses, and you're not allowing me to do any of that.
Yeah.
This has not been a trial whatsoever. This has been you controlling this entire thing. I'm not allowed to ask a witness anything. I'm not allowed to show paperwork to prove that he has other properties to know he needs certificates of occupancy.
Okay, ma'am, let me respond to a couple of those things. Number one, you're correct. I am controlling the proceedings. That is my job as the judge, to control the proceedings. Also, it's my job to make sure that the proceedings are relevant and that we are not going outside of the purview as to what the issue is, okay? So, the issue originally was unpaid rent. That rent has been paid, it's in the court escrow account. You have raised the issue of not having a valid C of O. It's been determined there's not a valid C of O. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order two things. Number one, I'm going to order both parties to brief the court on the issue of the legality of a lease when there's not a valid C of O. That's the first thing. And those briefs are due on February 14th. That's in 1 week. Second, there is going to be an opportunity for Mr. Branson to inspect the property to see what current status it is in. Okay? Now, when I say that, then he can have somebody present that's not his wife. You can have somebody present. And I'm going to pick the time right now before you leave. And that's what's going to happen. Yes.
May I ask that he not videotape all of my possessions while he was in there? Because that's what he wants to do.
Ma'am. If there is an area that needs attention, such as something that's broken,
Yes.
something that needs to be repaired,
Yes.
something of that nature, he absolutely has the right
100%.
to take a photo.
Yes.
Okay?
100%.
No videos, take a photo.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now, what is everybody, let's see, everyone's available tomorrow?
May I
Yes,
ask a question?
yes.
He would take a video or a photo of what's wrong. But I think he also has a right to take a video or a photo of the entire space to demonstrate that as of that time, there was nothing wrong with that space. So that in case something happens between tomorrow, whenever he designated the time, to the time she vacates.
No.
Ma'am, please stop interrupting.
And that way, we will feel assured that in fact, we have a complete accurate picture of, we're looking for the walls, looking for plumbing, we're looking for flooring. That's it.
I hear you, counsel. And if there isn't an issue, then your client won't need to take a picture of it. So in my thought process, if there's an issue that has to be taken care of, he's going to take a photo of it. If a wall isn't damaged, then there won't be a photo of that wall because it's not damaged. And if it's subsequently damaged, then we know that something happened between the date that they're there inspecting it and the date that the hole is there.
I accept that.
Okay?
Thank you.
So I understand what you're saying, and so my thought was this way, right? Ms. Collins can be assured that there's not pictures or videos of all of her possessions, and we're only focusing on what areas are in repair, need of repair or otherwise. And if they're not taken a photo of, and then subsequently they're, in need of repair, then there's an issue.
So let's put on the record with Ms. Collins that would state that he's only to take pictures of something wrong, and there's presumption that nothing is wrong if he doesn't take any pictures of it. We put that on the record.
Okay?
Thank you.
Would you agree with that, ma'am?
Agree, but am I allowed to show him things that are wrong as well? And if he doesn't take a photo though, that doesn't mean it's not wrong. Because I don't want to show him areas that I know that are wrong and then he just doesn't take a picture of it.
If there are areas that you know that there are in need of repair,
Yeah.
then Mr. Branson, I would presume, would be taking a photo of it.
Yeah.
So if you're shown that area, sir, even if you disagree that it doesn't need repair, take a photo, and then when you come back, we'll address it,
Yes, sir.
okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, tomorrow, 12 o'clock, what are you both doing?
I am working.
What is your shift tomorrow?
I work 11:30 to 7. Both, I work that and then I work 11:30 until midnight on Sunday.
Where do you work?
At the VFW,
Which one is that?
the one right on 4th Street. On 4th Street in Wyandotte, right a few blocks from here.
Okay.
I'm
Were you there last weekend?
uh-huh.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna say I was there last weekend for a surprise party.
On Saturday?
Yes, but
Yes, I left at 6 o'clock.
okay, so I was there after that. I just wanted to state that I was at the same location.
Yeah, I helped set it up. It was really cool. They have balloons and cupcakes, yeah.
But like you said, it's a very small city.
Okay, so,
Your Honor,
yes,
my apologies. Also, tomorrow's difficult for me. I'm a supervisor for the Wayne County Road Commission, and we have snow coming in, and it's pertinent that I'm there to
we
support.
do?
Yes, we have up to an inch tomorrow.
He did a 30-hour shift.
I just got off a 30-hour shift for the ice storm.
Okay, what is your schedule on Monday?
I know I have one doctor's appointment. I don't remember what time, but I will make time on Monday.
Would your appointment be after 3 o'clock?
I believe not.
Okay, and what time do you get off of work, Mr. Branson?
I can be free all day. I can take the day off. Monday, we don't have any weather, so whatever's easiest for her to make this easiest to make this move.
May I have somebody with me?
I already said, you can have somebody with you, and Mr. Branson can have somebody with you, that's not his wife.
That's correct.
So then there's not a question as to whether or not, anyone's ganging up on anybody. So, Monday, February 10th, 5 p.m. Does that work for both of you?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, I do not want to have everybody come back and say that it didn't happen because I didn't have anybody available. Find somebody. Find somebody. Whether it's somebody you work with, I don't know. Find somebody,
It will happen.
whatever it may be, okay? Now, I'm also going to state as well that I am expecting the most civilized behavior that there can be. So ma'am, that means no mumbling under the breath comments, nothing. You can say here's an area, and that's it. Not, here's an area that you failed to fix when I asked you to, or here's an area that's been like this since before I even moved in, nothing. No commentary, other than this wall, or this door, or this electrical switch, or this filter. That is it. Nothing over and above that. You are not to be recording at all.
What about my cameras that are already in my house?
That's a different story. They're already on, right?
He
So,
he knows my cameras are there.
again, ma'am, I just said,
I'm sorry.
you have a problem with not making comments. You're not to record on your phone, not to put your phone in his face, vice versa. Okay? And then I will have you both back on the 21st.
Your Honor, I have a question. May I take pictures too of what he takes pictures of?
Sure, go right ahead.
Just so I have the
Right,
same
let him
thing.
take the photo first, and then you take the photo.
Thank
So
you.
that then there's not an argument as to whose camera's in the way or whatever.
Thank you.
The 21st,
Judge, may I, about the 21st?
yes,
I haven't taken a vacation in 3 years, and I'm really exhausted. I may leave town just for the weekend to go to Florida. Maybe could we do it on the 20th instead? Or even,
well, that's our state day.
or even 19th if it's possible,
The what?
19th.
Well, that's our, so the 19th and 20th are both very full days typically. We could do the 18th.
19th is good with me, Your Honor.
I mean, how dare you take a vacation?
The 18th, I work all day, sorry.
All day?
Yes,
What time do you start?
I'm the only one that works the day shift. I'm on Tuesdays,
Okay, what time does that start?
at 11:30.
Okay, so we can do 8:30 in the morning?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
In the meantime, Council and Ms. Collins brief the issue of no C of O and what the effect is on a lease and collecting rent by next Friday, the 14th. Also, ma'am, please make a list of everywhere that you're applying for housing and see what all that detail is as well, okay?
I have to get the list into you.
You're just gonna keep a list,
Yes.
and then you'll bring it on that day,
On the 14th, on the 18th.
yes.
Your Honor, the legality I have to do a what?
A brief,
Just write why there has to, could I
write what what law you're referencing what law you're relying on, and the facts of this case, and the effects, how that law applies to the facts of this case.
Okay,
and
may
what
I
effects
also
it
make
is.
one
Yes.
more point that I've been trying to make this entire case?
Can you what?
Make one more point I've been trying to make this entire case. That he tries to say he didn't know that he had to have a CM.
Ma'am, I'm not addressing that today. I'll address that on the 18th. Whether he knew or didn't know, quite frankly, is irrelevant. You're raising the issue that he is illegally collecting rent because he doesn't have a C of O at the property. So I'm having both you and Mr. Dagger brief the issue as to how that applies to this case and what the ramifications are if somebody's collecting rent without a C of O. So whether he knew or didn't know, or claimed to know or didn't know, that right now, in my mind, is not relevant at this point. I want to see what you're both stating is the law and how that applies. And then we will go from there. Maybe on the 18th, I'll want to hear that, maybe it may be relevant, I don't know. But for right now, I'm not hearing any more testimony, any more arguments, that is what the court ordered, and you're all to return on the 18th at 8:30 p.m.
Will I be able to bring my witnesses up at that time too?
Yeah, let me just say this, okay? Neither side has presented witnesses today because this court has not found that it was necessary to hear the testimony from the witnesses at this point. because I've heard testimony from both you and Mr. Branson as to what the issues are, okay?
There's more issues.
Just one moment, just one moment. And so for those reasons, the court didn't find that it was necessary today to hear from those witnesses. Perhaps on the 18th, I may need to hear from those witnesses. I'm not sure. What is the other issue?
That he had me move in and he made me pay rent for the first, because he said he was redoing the entire kitchen. I couldn't move in until the 16th, and he's never redone that kitchen.
Hold on. So is your issue that the kitchen hasn't been redone, or is the issue that you paid for a full month of rent in June of 24 and you didn't get to move in for the full month?
Correct, and then I need
Which
that
one?
money back. Then I need that money back that I paid.
No, which issue? The kid not having the kitchen not being redone, or you not moving in on the first? Which is the issue of that, what statement you just made?
No, that I had asked them in November. Part of the reason why I didn't pay November.
Ma'am, please listen to my question. You just raised an issue about June in the kitchen and the 16th. So which is the issue? Is the issue that the kitchen wasn't redone? Or is the issue that you paid for a full month and you didn't get to live there for a full month?
Yes, that was the issue, that I paid for a full month and I didn't get to live there for a full month.
Can I ask a question, Your Honor?
Just one moment.
Also, there's another issue at hand, ma'am,
What is that?
that I've been paying part of their utilities and I have proof of that. And that is, I have showed text messages where he says, I've been paying all the outside lights and everything on my fuse boxes for their light systems.
So is there a dollar amount that you feel that you've overpaid for utilities?
He claims only $3 a month.
Stop, that wasn't my question.
I'm sorry.
Do you have an amount that you
Hundreds.
believe that you have overpaid for utilities?
$200 a month.
You're gonna have to bring proof as to what that amount is, how much you paid, and why you think you've overpaid that. You have to bring that back on the 18th.
Yes, I will, thank you.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
To me?
No, actually, I think Ms. Collins just stated that she didn't move in until the middle of June. Is that what is being represented to the court?
She testified June 16th is when she moved in. Is that what you testified to, ma'am? June 16th?
I brought 2 boxes in before the 16th.
That wasn't my question.
Yes,
Did you testify that you were not allowed to move in until June 16th?
I wasn't allowed to bring any of my big stuff. He allowed me to bring 2
Ma'am,
boxes in before the
Please,
16th.
you're not listening to my
That's
question.
what I'm saying, I was allowed to bring 2 boxes in.
No, listen. My question requires a yes or no answer. Was your testimony earlier that you were not allowed to move in until June 16th? Was that your testimony?
There's more to it. The
Yes
kitchen
or
was
no?
not available to live.
Ma'am, yes or no? Was that your testimony?
Yes,
Okay, there we go. So that answers your question. Right, counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to bring proof of that, ma'am, with you on the 18th as well. So you can certainly bring your witness back. And what is it that you're expecting that your witness would testify to, ma'am? As it relates to the certificate of occupancy issue.
one of my witnesses that I have on the list is from the city hall.
Okay, who is that?
Well, I will actually call Kelly, who spoke to him, who says she actually didn't speak to him until the 29th.
Did you subpoena her? Because she's not here.
I will subpoena her. I didn't actually know her name till yesterday, 2 days ago.
Okay, and so the witness that you brought here that you asked if your witness would be able to testify
He
at the
has
next hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At the next hearing, is he going to be testifying as to the C of O issue? Yes or no?
To the CFO issue,
The certificate of occupancy, is he going to be testifying as to that issue?
2 other issues, but no, not that one. There are other issues.
Ma'am, just one moment. Is he going to be testifying to the issue regarding you not being allowed to move in until June 16th?
No,
Is he going to be testifying to the issue that you've overpaid utilities?
yes.
Okay. Then you said that there's other issues. What are the other issues that you're alleging?
The other issues is about Mr. Branson coming in whenever he wants.
Okay, I'm not sure how that's relevant to these proceedings right this moment.
Mr. Branson comes in at all hours of the night. Mr. Branson comes in and takes stuff out of my house whenever he wants. Just if they're missing stuff.
Okay, and that's what this witness is going to be testifying to?
Yes.
Okay,
Your Honor, if I may,
yes,
prior to the beginning of the hearing, you asked both witnesses to leave, and you further instructed both of us not to speak to any of those witnesses. Two things happened.
well, I'm sorry, just for a moment, before we get into that. Any other issues that you're alleging, ma'am?
I have 3 police reports going on right now against him because he's been stealing my mail. And I put that in my report as well.
Okay, so,
And my mail's been on hold with the postal service and I have a case against him
okay, ma'am,
about that.
okay, any other issues?
That, the sexual harassment case that's been going on as well.
Okay, I don't know anything about that. If there's a pen, on the mail and the harassment issues, that those are criminal, if that's criminal investigations right now, then that will be left for that, okay, for the criminal investigation portion.
I would like to ask the court to have him stay out of my property except on the date that you have set for the rest of the time being. Unless he's coming for repairs that I know of. That you asked Mr. Branson to stay out of my property.
Well, actually, what I'm going to say is this. Mr. Branson is going to enter your property on the 10th at 5 p.m. And that's it.
Thank you.
If there is a water issue or an electrical issue or something of that nature, he's just gonna call somebody. And then you are going to have to make arrangements for your schedule on the contractor's schedule to allow the person in there.
Thank you.
That's it. That's how we're gonna do it. That'll keep it even, Steven, and protect both parties.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. So that's the finality of the issues that we have to address, correct? Okay. Is that correct?
Thank you.
Is that correct? Yes or no? I need verbal, ma'am, for the
Thank you, Your
recording,
Honor.
the legal recording that the court is
Thank you,
doing.
Your Honor, yes.
Okay, now, counsel.
Your Honor, as we left the court, she immediately proceeded to the witness to inform of what was happening in the court in violation of the strict order of the court.
Okay, just before we get to the next issue, ma'am. Did you go out and start talking to the witness about what happened in court?
I
Yes,
would think,
yes or no?
yes. So I won't use him.
Correct. He's
Plain and
he's not,
simple.
he's not.
Won't use him.
Nope, what's his name?
Brian Loves.
What?
Brian Loves.
How do you,
Loucks. Yes.
Sorry, LOU.
CKES.
I'm just going to indicate he's an ineligible witness.
But Your Honor, may I still call William Branson and Kate Branson?
If the court determines that that's going to be necessary testimony,
With the electric, it will be, and because Kate also sent me about the move-in date.
ma'am, if the court determines that it's going to be necessary testimony, then yes. However, you seem to have a hard time understanding that what the court states is something that has to be followed. I was very clear and said, do not discuss anything with anybody in the lobby. I was very clear on that.
I thought we were done.
No, ma'am, it doesn't matter. This is still ongoing. I said, do not discuss this with anybody in the lobby. So
I have 2 brain tumors, Your
Ma'am,
Honor, excuse
ma'am.
me.
ma'am, nope, stop, please. You've stated that many times that you have stage 4 cancer, okay? Now, then you just stated that you thought we were done. And now you're stating that you have 2 brain tumors, so that's why you spoke to him. Please, stop that, okay?
Your Honor, this actually asked for a jury trial and you never gave me that right to have one.
When did you request a jury trial, ma'am?
You never gave me a chance to request one. You automatically just put this in front of yourself.
Ma'am, you have to request that at the time of filing. All right, Mr. Dagger, what's the next issue?
I will be filing for the jury trial.
Your Honor, as she left, she immediately turned on, after speaking to the witness, she immediately turned on her phone.
My phones were in here the entire time. Both phones were in here.
Please stop interrupting.
My phones were left in here.
I said stop interrupting, that means stop all the comments.
Well, if it's in fact true that her phones were here, then obviously she didn't turn them on outside, so I accept that as a fact, that she's representing to the court that we're here. I honestly saw her using the phone, and I think the officer also saw her using the phone out there, and I thought that was her phone. But if she's represented to the court, that's not her phone, then by all means, I accept that.
Were you using the phone out there, ma'am?
To call my work to tell them that I wouldn't be in because I was still in court.
Okay, and so what phone did you use?
Brian's, because both my phones were in here.
Okay,
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
okay. So, Mr. Branson, you're not to talk about anything that occurred in court with your wife
Yes, ma'am.
at all.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Collins, the court, as indicated, does hold you in contempt of court for your illegal recording of these proceedings earlier. And so the court's going to order a $250 sanction.
And I could appeal that, correct?
I'm sorry?
I could appeal that, correct?
You can appeal this court's ruling of holding you in contempt of court
Okay, for the record, I
for recording these proceedings.
I'm going to
Absolutely. You can certainly file that appeal. I
I'm
believe
gonna
it's 14 days.
Okay, I will appeal it.
Your Honor, just for the record, that is not going to be creating a stay on this case. This case moves forward, right?
Correct.
Very
Correct. Nope, that's on the ruling, that's on this court's ruling of holding Ms. Collins in contempt for violation of MCR 8.1153A.
Your Honor, when do you expect her to pay?
I'm sorry?
When you designate a time when she'll be required to pay the amount?
Well, first of all, she's indicated she's going to be appealing that. So if she does in fact appeal, then it will be after that. And so otherwise, the court would give her 30 days to do that,
Thank you, Your Honor.
to make that payment.
And would I get something in the mail about this?
Get something in the mail about what?
This,
The finding of contempt?
yes, would I get something about this so I could appeal it, some piece of legal paper about this contempt?
You would like a written order? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that way I could show something that I have to appeal against.
Sure, no problem. I
Thank
can
you.
make sure that there's a written order. You will receive that via email on Monday. As my staff,
And could the days,
as my staff is all left for the day, except for my two court
and could
officers
the,
here.
and could the days
And
start?
again, can you please not interrupt while I'm talking? Do you have an email address, ma'am?
rnhcollins@gmail.com.
Okay,
And could I have the 30 days start at that time on Monday, since they cannot write it up until Monday?
sure.
Your Honor, may I please ask the court that the next time I come in front of you, that I get a chance to defend myself, since I do not have a lawyer.
Ma'am, I will say that I'm a bit confused as to what you mean defend yourself, because this court has given you ample opportunity to bring forth the issues
No.
that you're alleging. And in fact, this court has given you time to look through your phone to find messages that you stated were said or sent from Mr. Branson. The court has also given you ample opportunity to state what some of your concerns were. The court has reviewed the documents that you brought forth. The court has reviewed text messages that you have provided as well. And I don't know what defend yourself means when you say that, because I have you all coming back on the 18th to address the issues that have been raised by you. So I don't know what you mean when you're saying the opportunity to defend yourself.
Your Honor, because every single motion I did do in a timely manner, because the motion to dismiss, I brought 2 days after I found out that he was his lawyer. So I had every single timely manner. I did my motion to suppress all the evidence the day after I got their evidence, which they did not give me in a timely manner because they tried to scam me by saying I had to e-file, which if you would have read everything showed every single email, they tried to act as if I was an attorney and said that. If you would have read my motion.
Ma'am, I did read your motion.
Yeah, all their evidence should have been thrown out because they kept saying, oh, I needed to e-file, I needed to e-file.
That's not how it works, okay? There are court rules that require certain procedures to be followed.
I followed everyone to the letter of the law.
Okay, did you file a notice of hearing? You did not file a notice of hearing, then there's.
As I said, he has you in his pocket.
Excuse me. Ma'am, as I stated, I'm not in anybody's pocket. And you stated that Mr. Branson stated that I was in his pocket, and you just stated that you said it. So let me just say this, okay? Stop, please, with your continued statements while I'm talking. You have had ample opportunity to address your issues with the court. In fact, you've continued to interrupt the court to raise your issues. Can you please stop with the papers because it interferes with the recording because the microphones are ultra sensitive. So, as I stated, I don't know what you mean when you say ample opportunity to defend yourself because the court has taken a lot of time to narrow down the issues as to what the issues are here, okay? So, we have those issues narrowed down and specified for the record. We have the date that you are both to submit your briefs. We have the date that you're going to both be there with individuals at the property to take photos of anything that needs repair or doesn't need repair. And then we're all going to be returning here on February 18th at 8:30 a.m.
Your Honor, there's one more thing. With regret, I'm just putting on the record what I heard her say outside about this court. May I do that?
What?
It's not very flattering.
Well, that's fine. I'm used to not being flattered.
She said that she's seen your picture as part of a swingers club.
I
While we
never
were
said
standing
that.
outside. I swear to God under oath, that's what she said.
I never once said that, Your Honor. Under oath, I swear under oath, I
Step up,
never said
officer.
that.
Step up, officer, he heard it.
First of all, counsel, you do not direct my officer to
I'm
stand
sorry,
up.
Your Honor. I'm really angry now because we know where this is.
I said, Your Honor, and I will repeat what I said. I said, I have text messages. He is in a swingers club, and that might be how you might know him, and that's might be how, listen, this might be laughable, but I will admit what I said. I have no shame in what I said because I was upset because I feel like I'm losing the case. So I'll admit what I said. I have no shame in it because I'm losing my life here right now. Because I know he's doing something illegal, all right? But just let me say what I said. If I'm gonna be accused of saying something, let me at least say it how I said it, right? That I have text messages where he admits he's part of a swingers club. He's part of the Jeep Swingers Club, part of Wyandotte, right? And I said, maybe that's how he knows the judge, and maybe that's why he has her in the back pocket. I asked and said, maybe that's how. If they heard it as a different thing, because they were all the way on the other side of the hall, then they heard it as a different thing and twisted the words. I never said you were part of. I said maybe that's how. I never claimed you were. So I will say that's how. Never claimed you were. So that's how I said it. So don't say I said you were.
I don't know what to say, Judge.
Well, I mean.
I'll admit what I said. People are allowed.
It's laughable.
I will laugh about it, but
because-
I'm allowed to have my own feelings.
You can have your own feelings, but just as though you don't want inappropriate things being said about you, don't say those about other people. Lucky I have a thick skin, quite frankly, and I've already established that I do not know Mr. Branson. Maybe I've seen him at some point during my campaigning 7 years ago, whatever it was. I don't know, but I've already said that. I've already said all of that. And so if you don't have to believe me, ma'am. You stated that in fact, you did state, I think earlier, that you were fine with everything moving forward and that you believed what I said. In any event, ma'am.
I can't believe you when you're allowing someone against the law to do things.
Ma'am, I am not allowing anybody against the law to do anything, okay? There has not been a citation given to Mr. Branson, to my knowledge anyway, that would have him in front of this court. And I just said, when the two of you are to be sending your briefs to the court, both you and Mr. Dagger, so that you can brief the issue and we can address the issue of not having a C of O. So before you start accusing this court of doing something improper, please take a few moments to process it, because I haven't allowed anybody to do anything illegally here today. And in fact, I'm having you and Mr. Dagger brief the issue of no C of O. So that's 100% opposite of what you've just stated. I'll see you all on the 18th.
Thank you.
Court's in recess.
And I apologize.
Thanks for watching Verdict Watch. New court drama every day. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a case. Leave a comment with your thoughts. We're watching too.